you get that? My turtle going home. She always wanted that. Oh, for the long one. Put him outside.
Oh, it's cold and rainy. You'll get all bad.
It won't hurt him. Strong blue in the water. Not Al. He got science. Al, did you get him out of there? Come on out, Al! He wants to know what you want it for. Just get him out. Come on, Al! Al! Jumping, Joe. What's that here? It's a mail order sound like it. Let me see. Belongs to Al. It's in his home. Give me that. Hey, I got it's a wish book.
What's that?
That's what they call a mail order catalog. So people look at pictures of all the things in here, and they wish they had them. Look at some of the things they had in those days. Pocket watch. Huh? Kerosene lamp. And look at these prices. Number 2319. Our 5-piece Bonner suite consisting of sofa, large rocker, large armchair, 2 parlor chairs.
All right, but at that price, you ought to buy one.
Look at number 2976. A ladies' suit for $6.75. And ladies' hat for $2.25. And ladies' genuine leather shoes for $1.95 a pair.
Feather and coat.
They didn't have one in those days.
Well, I guess you were never going to have in those days, because mine look like that.
Hey, you got a suit like that? I have not.
Who's mom?
Giannis.
How do you keep busy and wait for Black Friday?
Scrolling for deals, Giannis. You?
Crafting. Also knitting.
Oh, look. Kohl's has great deals on non-Giannis made gifts.
You know how powerful you are. Every move, every call, your reach goes further. Because real power isn't what you hold, it's what you give to those around you. That's why you need a network just as powerful. With Total Wireless, you get total power. Unlimited premium data with the full power of America's best 5G network. No slowing you down, no hidden fees. $25 a month, 5-year price guarantee. Switch to Total Wireless. Now that's a total power.
We're gonna make some rollers. Going to what's up, Mike? Going to let me get this. Hold on a second. Going to take this tube and we're gonna cut it in equal lengths, and then we're gonna take and we're gonna weld it to these wheels, and then I'm going to make a plate to bolt right here, and then so I'm gonna put one on each one, and then run a stiff leg from here to there, and do the same thing on the front. So I can, today I want to pull the rear end out from underneath the car, all the brake lines, all the steering linkage, take all that off, and then I want to be able to move it around. So that's what I'm doing. So I took that old frame, that first hydraulic frame that we just stacked up. I'm gonna cut these in equal lengths, and for the legs, and then we're gonna go from there. So that's what we're doing. Just trying to figure out what I want to do on the legs. I'll make them even. So we got 54.5. Yeah, so this piece of pipe right here, or this piece of tubing, is 54.5. So I need to cut this in four equal parts. So that's what I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. So I could do it with a calculator, but I don't have one. So 54 divided by 4.
This is a special mixture, scientifically prepared. It contains 12 vitamins, 16 minerals, and an assortment of
13 and 5/8. All right, let's see if that, appreciate that. 13 and 5/8. I had 13 and a half, so I was off just a little bit. I was just doing it in my head. I had 13 and a half right there before you got on here.
Yes, ma'am, but I have to charge $9 for delivered in the rain because my tires clean. I'm not giving you and we you.
Oh, that's an 1898
Wishful. Where did you find these? Alabama, these sprout hats. Willie, that don't be a copper coin. Do you know who this belonged to? Calvin Whitaker, you see? There's his name. Just like this.
All right.
He was the fellow that sold this house.
All right, let's take this out here.
Did I ever tell you about my grandfather?
YouTube's like, yeah, it's okay. It's crazy, man. YouTube is on the blitz. It's all right. I better turn off Green Acres or I'm gonna get copyrighted, I guess. We'll go turn off.
Well, but in the year 1898, you was probably still in high school.
It's quicker in my head to just divide it in half. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Hold on, hold on a second. Let me regroup on something. Hold on. I need them damn glasses. We're making some uprights. Mike said it's 13 and 5/8. So we're gonna cut 4 legs. So that's gonna, let me live with you. Let me live with you. 13 and 5/8. So we're gonna cut 4 legs, 13 and 5/8. So while that's cutting, we're gonna cut like I said, what's up, Mac? We need power. What's up, Cars? What's up, T-Bone? All right, so while that's cutting there, we're going to go ahead and cut. We're going to cut 4 flanges. We can cut 4. Look, I had 2 pairs. I had 2 pairs left on my pear tree. 2 pairs. Rest of them I knocked off and the deer eat them. I had 2 hanging on there. I'll be shitting like a goose later. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. It'll be all right. So we need 5.5. Oh. I think it's 5.5. Yeah. Yeah. 5.5 by 5 by 5.5. And I was gonna cut the holes out in it, but I think I'm just gonna put it up there and mark it with a Sharpie and just use the drill press. Honestly, I don't feel like laying them out on here, so we're just gonna cut some. That's funny. That's funny. What's up, G-Body? So we're just gonna make these, like I said, we're just gonna make these little squares right quick. We're not going to put the holes in it. I'll just do that on the drill press. I don't feel like laying them out. We'll just stick it up there and drill them out with a drill press. We can cut this out of 3/16. That's 1/87. It's 3/16. So we're gonna cut these out. These are gonna be the mounting plates, so I can bolt these tubing to this chassis, to this G-body chassis, so I can roll it around. So with that being said, that's what we're gonna do right here. And then I'll go show you. I'll go show you what we got going on. G-Body, what you working on today? G-Body, you working on anything today, or are you just relaxing? All right, so this is so these are roughly 5 by 5. So set program origin, 0 out. So we're going to pattern this. So we need 4 of these. So it should go, if I do it like this, yep, should do it like that. Set program origin, hit OK. Now we should be able to cut all 5 of these out. Well, I mean, I guess so. Gets to that last little bit and it just takes it a little bit. If I turned it on its angle, if I turned it on its side like that, it wouldn't have no flat edges to cut. 13 and 5/8. That's what Mike said, 13 and 5/8. Mike said 13 and 5/8. We was figuring up how many pieces we could get evenly pieces out of this one stick for the legs. And Mike said 13 and 5/8. So let me show you what I'm doing. Why do you do it like that? Why not minus the kerf and cut it out as one piece? I don't know. I'm still learning on that. I'm still learning on that, Mike. I know what you're talking about. I'm still learning on the software. It does waste a lot of material. So when they was doing the Carolina Panther Stadium, they had a bunch of flat bar left. It was 6-inch wide flat bar, 8 foot long. And I've had it for years and I forgot about it. Guy called me and said, hey man, the guy knows job foreman. He's like, hey look, we got a bunch of this plate. And I said, what is it? And he said, it's a 6-inch wide flat bar, 8 foot long flat sticks. And it's actually flat bar, 3/16. I said, yeah man, I'd like to have it. And he's like, well, you got to come get it today. So I said, well, how much is it? He said, bring a trailer. So I took the truck and the car hauler and went over there and they put a pallet I don't know how many pieces is on it. I couldn't unload it with I couldn't unload it with the loader. I had to down stack it, and it's and that's what I've been using. Mike said 13.62. Yeah. Mike said 13.625, and that is. Let me show you what we're doing. So I didn't cut the holes out because honestly I didn't want to lay them out, honestly. But these plates right here are going to bolt to right here, right? And then this is going to weld to that, like that. Oh yeah, Mac, and it's got a little surface rust on it, but I mean, now, but I had it covered up, but so we're gonna put that on there like that, right? And then we're gonna take and we're gonna put the wheel on the bottom. But what we're gonna do first is once we drill all these holes out, and somebody's gonna say, well, why didn't you just burn them out? Well, they're different. They're not symmetrical. So I figured I could just put that up there, mark it, go over there and drill it out with some of them handy dandy drill bits, and it'd be fine. And then we can bolt that up to that. And then what we can do then is we can put the wheel on. We can jack the frame up, get the frame level, right? Get the frame level. Then put these uprights on there, and then we can weld them on there. And then we can take some of them little gussets. Yeah, we could. We could just tack them on there, Mike. I guess it wouldn't matter. You ain't gonna see this anyway, because this is where the bumper's at. Yeah, I guess we could do that. That saves some time. We could just take and clean these up, bring the welder over here, and we could just tack them really good. Yeah, we could do that because this right here, if nobody don't know, that's what bolts up to that, and then that's the bumper. So that's the bumper. We just do that, Mike. We'll just tack it. Yeah, let's just do that. That's a good idea, Mike. Good idea. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just tack that joint on there so we ain't got to do all that drilling. Because that'd be 12 holes we'd have to drill. Yeah, let's do that. We'll just clean these up. Hey, G-Body, you still in here, G-Body, right quick? I don't know if he's still in here. I don't know if he's in here or not. All right. Did you see the frame? Did you see what we did yesterday? Did you see what I did to the G-body frame yesterday? y'all silly. I don't know what's going on. there's Spank. Spank, did you see the chassis yesterday, what we got done yesterday? All right, so I'm gonna show you. So if you got me on the TV, so here is the battery racks. So there's the battery racks. We started plating the frame. All right, so we started plating the frame. Boxed in the frame yesterday, all the way around. Boxed in the inside. Boxed all this up. It's just all tacked right now. Boxed that side up. Built these brackets here to reinforce these lower link bars. Got that side over there tacked up. Got the chain bridge in. And got that side over there. Started boxing all that in. And then we tore all the front suspension off. So today we're going to make these brackets to hold the chassis up, take the rest of the linkage out, the brake lines, the engine mounts, Mercy brake cables, and we're going to drop the rear end today. Not on this live, but it'll probably be another live to get this thing on them little mounts where I can roll it around and go there. So that's that. And then the battery trays, just as soon as the powder coater tells me that the powder's in, I'm gonna take this rack right here, take it, and I'll have it all have powder coated. So, oh, there's your message. Oh, I appreciate it. I didn't know if you've seen it or not. I know you got some G-body stuff too. So, let's clean this stuff up right here. Hey, I thought about something. If I tack it on there, which is a great idea, if I tack it on there, Then when I take it to powder coat, they're gonna put it on. They're gonna put it on a rotisserie to powder coat it, and then I'm gonna have to cut the brackets off. I'm gonna have to cut the brackets off after it's powder coat, and then I will cut the powder. I have 16 things left to do on the Impala. I should finish the Impala up this week. Lord willing, I should finish up the Impala this week. Well, get all my stuff done, and then I got to go get power steering pump hoses lines made. So I'm probably gonna go one day this week to go get those done. Then I have to go by the exhaust shop and schedule to see when I can get the exhaust done. So basically, we got the power steering pump. We got the power steering pump hose put on the pump. Took the pump off, put the new pump. We got all that fixed. Done that the other day. So I got to get power steering pump hoses made. I got to get the heater hoses, the 5/8 heater hoses. I got to get them installed. I got to wire up the AC, which is supposed to be just plug and play. But you know how that shit works. Got to install the new carpet. Got to put the seats back in it. Got to put that bracket up underneath the dash. Got to install the drive shaft. Got to bleed the brakes. Got to flush the radiator out. Got to make an appointment to get the exhaust done. Got to paint the bottom of the deck lid, paint the bottom of the hood, install the hood, install the deck lid, put the new springs on the hood, and then drive it. Yeah, I could. And then when I take them off, when I take the brackets off, then I can drill the holes. And then when I go pick up the chassis, we can bolt them on there. And then I can roll the chassis on my front on the trailer and then strap it down. And then I can just roll the chassis in the shop. Because I don't want to pick up the chassis with the loader and scratch anything. So, yeah, we can still tack it on there. And then when I cut them loose, cut the brackets loose, and then I can drill the holes. And then when I go up there to go pick the chassis up, then I can bolt it to the chassis. Then we can roll it on the front. All right, let's do this. All right, so let's clean up these brackets. Cutting another tube so y'all just hang tight. Hang tight. They cut another bracket. We get all this, I'm still here. We get all this done today. I gotta do some serious. What's up, Elko? I gotta do some serious housekeeping. a little tweak on it. Come on, let me live with you. What's up, Angie? What's up, Angie? What's up, 3171? I can't say your name, so. What's going on? Man, I appreciate that. What's going on? Oh yeah, we're making wheel. I appreciate that, Lexus. Appreciate that. Hey, that'd get me a rotisserie chicken at Walmart today. They got rotisserie chickens for $5.99. I get me a daggone rotisserie chicken. I appreciate that. Nah, I don't have to eat. I don't have to eat rice and turnips today. I ate rice and turnips yesterday. Let me tell you. So let me tell you what I ate yesterday. I ate a bowl of grits first thing yesterday morning. And then by mid-morning, I ate a bowl of oatmeal. And then I went in and I ate some rice and turnips and greens, turnip greens and turnips, boiled turnips and greens and some rice. And then I went back last night. I ate a peanut butter jelly sandwich and I ate a peanut butter jelly sandwich and a bowl of cereal. That's what I ate yesterday. That's what I ate yesterday. Anybody want to guess the height of these wheels? Anybody want to guess the height of these wheels? I had these down there in the bone pile. Y'all see I had them in the bone pile? And they dirty. Anybody want to guess the height of these wheels? We got 4-inch, 5-inch, or no, 8.5, 6. They're 6 inches. From the floor to the top of the wheel, it's a 6-inch caster. What's the odds of that? What's the odds of that? What is the odds of that? it's a raining fire. Stay right there, girl. Stay right there. Let me hold you. Let me hold you for a minute. Now that right there is galvanized. You don't want to breathe that. You don't want to breathe that smoke. No sir, no sir. Don't want to breathe that smoke. Let me turn this fan on. Don't want to breathe that smoke. Contact. Oh, I appreciate it, man. I really do. I will. I'll go get me a damn chicken. I'll get me a chicken and I'll show it to you. And say, this chicken was brought to you by Mr. SC Lexus. And I'll eat that whole son of a gun by myself with some hot sauce. I got granddaddy long leg spiders everywhere. You got snow coming. Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. We on our way to 10,000, boys and girls. We're on our way to 10,000. breathe that smoke. That's galvanized. That right there's got galvanized coating on it. You don't want to breathe galvanized smoke. It give you galvanized poison. Put water on your lungs. Yeah, you can only do it 3 times. You can't, all right, so you can only hype the video up you can only hype up 3 times a week, and you have to hype it up within the first week. I think that's what the rules are. I think. Somebody had to double check me on that, but I think that's what I read. Got to put a little bit of lube on the pencil. And put a little bit of hot tui. Had to put a little. That poor little girl. She disappeared. Like she went away as fast as she came about. She got sucked into that Bitcoin scam, and boom, her ass is gone, boy. All right, boys and girls, we got. Got that one. No, so let's go see if we can't take care of the back. I know. I mean, she was, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. She was doing good, and she just had a bad PR manager is all it was. She should have hired Mike. Mike would have took care of her. She just had a bad PR manager. She just had a bad PR manager and got sucked into that stuff. I mean, she was making a killing, man. She was making like $150,000 a weekend showing up to places. She got sucked into that and told everybody to buy that Bitcoin. Poof. Her ass just about goddamn, like you said, Mike, she about caught 4 felonies. Yeah, she about. She was donating all of her money to she was donating all of her money to, like, animal clinics and shit. I mean, and then she got sucked into that damn Bitcoin stuff. And boy, yeah. Well, that's the problem, man. People, see, here's the problem with a lot of people. People get a little bit of money and they go stupid. So there's people that act rich and are broke. There's people that act poor and that are rich. If you got that mentality, it's just like, I mean, I know a guy about 3 or 4 years ago, he won. Now check this out. I know this guy. Yeah, she was making meme coins or something. Yeah, Bitcoin is for real. It's like $130,000 a damn share. We won't even get into that. That's something completely different. But there was a guy about probably 4 or 5 years ago. He won. Now explain this to me. He won a scratch off. Lifetime riches. And I think it pays like 25 years or something. I don't know. It was $42,000 a year before taxes. No. It was $40K a year after taxes. Lifetime riches. The dude was like, I think that boy was like 30 years old. He has nothing. He has absolutely. Damn, Jonathan. Where in the hell you been, Jonathan? He actually got lifetime riches like 5 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago, like $40K a year. And he's completely broke. He has nothing. He has absolutely nothing. And the monies that he's getting, he don't even get it no more. Absolutely broke. Quit his job, bought all this shit, bought a boat, bought this, put a swimming pool in, just went stupid. And I seen him when he got all this, when he won, and I seen him and he was talking to me and I was like, damn man, that's a nice truck. And he's like, yeah man, I won that shit on that lot. And he got to tell him and I was like, oh, I said, you still working? Fuck no, I ain't working, I quit. And I was like, in my brain, I was like, dude, you stupid. He should have kept working, took that 40K, and this is what I would have done. I would have stayed working, wouldn't have changed nothing. I'd have kept working, going to work, doing whatever. I'd have took that 40K and I would have invested it and I would have paid off all my debt. I would have kept working. I would have put that 40K, I would divide it up into investments. And if he was 30 years old, by the time he was 40, in 10 years, that's $500,000 that he's put in retirement. The interest alone would have been phenomenal. Another 10 years would have been $1 million. They only paid it out for 25 years, right? So if he put 40K in investment for 20 years and lived off that, yeah, just stupid, man. Just stupid. Yeah, I'd have stayed. Where I was at. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Hey, no politics, no religion, man. I know y'all talking about gas, but no politics or religion. No politics or religion. All right, so we got the wheels on there. Yeah, no politics. Yeah, look. No worries. No politics, no religion. We get that shit regurgitated in our face every single day. It's like an echo chamber. We pick and cut up over here. We build shit. We have a good time. No politics, no religion. If you want to talk about that, we'll talk about that in private, but we don't talk about that on here. Absolutely zero zilch, none. And it's just out of common courtesy for the channel, for everybody, because every time you turn on, I don't even watch the news. I don't watch no television, no nothing. I watch Green Acres. That's it. So when you turn on the TV, that's all you see in your face every single day. It's the echo chamber over and over and over and over and over. And it's sickening. So no politics, no religion. So, all right, so we got the wheels on here. We've been on there for 70 minutes. So we got the wheels on the front. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all day long. So the next plan of operation is, since we got the wheels on the back, we got the wheelie bars on. I am going to, I watched Beverly Hills right now. We're watching Green Acres. We watching Green Acres. Yep. Mork and Minnie, Beverly Hills Hillbillies, Hee Haw, MASH. This television that makes you just laugh. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to watch a cooking channel, go over to WTF Mike. He has cooking show over there where they cooked yesterday, him and Cars in the Cut, and they did a phenomenal job. So if y'all want to go over there and check that out, go over to WTF Mike. He's in the chat right there. There's Mike right there. Y'all go check him out. Yeah, Happy Days. Y'all go check that food video that they done yesterday live, and they were on Zoom, which was, I had them on the big screen while I was working, and it was awesome. It was actually awesome. It was very entertaining and very enjoyment to watch, honestly. It was really enjoyed. It's really good shit. Yes, sir. Well, Mac dropped the link. Yeah, right there it is. Mac dropped the link. Right there's the link. So the plan now is to get the front suspension off, bag and tag and label everything, or bag and tag everything. And then we're gonna go to the back, drop the rear suspension, get it out, and cut all whatever we don't need, cut it loose, and get that out. And then the chassis and get the brake lines, remove all that stuff. Then the chassis will be completely stripped, and it'll be where I can roll it around and move it. And then once the Impala moves out of here, then I can move this thing out and we can start welding it up, start welding the sides up, start welding everything up, and go from there. I have to get some more metal so I can make these arch pieces. I got to get some wider metal so I can make these arch pieces. I got to get, he hasn't called me back yet or texted me. I'm pretty sure I got to fill this in right here with some metal, and then we're going to drill these out, later. But we're going to weld this up here. We're going to brace this up. We're going to take the engine mounts out. We're going to bolt the new engine mounts in, and we're going to do all that. I got to get some bolts for the bell housing for the engine. And then once I get the chassis out there on the runway, I can take the cherry picker and I can pick up the engine, and we can set the engine in the cradle. Cats in the cradle. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Set the engine and transmission in, and kind of idea where we're going to have to put, make a transmission mount, transmission cross member. When the powder coat, do they blast it? They do it both, Mike. They do it both. They blast it, then they hot tank it. So that's where we're at on that. I appreciate all the gifts. I appreciate that. It won't let me see. I know Mike did. I know Lexus did. And I know somebody else did, but it won't let me see them no more. It won't let me. I can't go back that far back in the chat. So I appreciate every single body that done that. Plus, I'm going to call up here to the Wally World and see if they got some damn rotisseries out. So I can go get a rotisserie chicken. Probably eat some chicken and hot sauce today. Since only thing we ate yesterday was grits, oatmeal, rice and turnip greens and turnips, and a peanut butter jelly sandwich. That's what we ate yesterday. So. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I was going to have to run a support from there to there, but I believe that'll be fine. I believe that'll be just fine. I don't think. What's up, Carolina? Yeah. I told you I got 2 or 3 of these son of guns. There it is right there. There's a tape measure. I got 2 or 3 of these jokers. All right, boys and girls. I appreciate everybody tapping in. I really do. We got that accomplished. So when I come back, I'll be eating some damn rotisserie chicken, and we're going to pull. It'd probably be faster to pull the rear suspension first, because basically, I mean, honestly, hell, it ain't but. It'd be these 2 bolts. It'd be that bolt, and that upper bolt. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, this bolt, that bolt, and that 4 bolts, and we should be able to roll the rear end out from underneath this juke joint. And then we'll get that out. We'll cut the emergency brake. We'll cut it with a saw. We'll cut it, and then we'll move to the front, and we'll knock the front suspension out, and we'll get that. I'm gonna pick up a can of PB Blaster when I go get this chicken, and then just take this loose, and then we'll save it. So my plan was, I told you guys by the end of Sunday night, I have this thing on these rollers, have the rear end out, all the suspension out, all the brake line, have it naked, have just a chassis, and that's where we're at. So that's where we're headed. So that's where we're headed, boys and girls. And then I'm gonna do some housekeeping. I appreciate everybody tapping in on a Sunday morning. Remember I said, boys and girls, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own porch before you swear about sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first, let loose and drag. Peace, love, and chicken grease. I'm out.